Well, my buddy Greg, who you probably remember from other videos like the big red truck and all the work we did on it, I think it's got its own series. Put a link up there somewhere if you want to see it. Anyway, my buddy bought this 99 F250 7.3 four-wheel drive extra cab for 500 bucks. He bought it from the repair shop next door. Thing's been off the road since 2017, it looks like. It was hauled into the repair shop for reasons unknown. Even they don't remember. It's been there for a long time. So in talking to the owner of the repair shop back when the truck was bought, which has been about a year ago, as near as they can remember, the guy ran it out of oil. Now, if we know anything about 7.3s and the whole Huey injection system, we know that, well, if they run out of oil, they simply won't start. So you can't run them without oil. They'll quit first. So is it as simple as the guy got it low on oil, wouldn't start, didn't know anything about it, dragged it to the repair shop, never touched it again? Don't know. Honestly, are we even sure the guy's still alive? We're not even sure the guy's still alive. Anyway, buddy owns the truck legal, titled in his name. It's all good to go. So let's get rolling and see if we can make this work. Welcome to Project Time Garage. So like I said, this is a 99 F250. It's got that badging on it and not the badge there, but manufacture date January of 1999. You guys know more than me about this probably. At what point did Ford stop using the Powerstroke V8 badge like that truck has, not the door badges, and switch them to the door? I think that's the difference. I know that's the difference actually between an early 99 and late 99, but the question is, when did early 99 become late 99? Was it after January production date? Because his has a 1998 production date and it has the Powerstroke V8 emblems on the hood. So I don't know, maybe somebody out there can tell me that. Anyway, see that the actually it has 2016 tags on it, so they expired January of 16. So we know it hadn't been on the road since then anyway, at least not legally. Interior is it's actually really not that bad. It's about like Freedom when I got it. Got a decent headliner, but yeah, like I said, all of the dude's stuff still in here, all over. Truck showing 362,000 miles on it. So I guess the first thing we're going to do is get some jump boxes and some jumper cables and all kind of stuff on it and start spinning it over. We know that if it's set for this long, we know that the oil is drained down out of the high pressure oil pump, and it's going to take some time to get that reprimed. Then once we get it reprimed, I guess we'll start to be able to figure out why it was parked maybe. I don't know, but let's see what happens. It's showing about that much oil in it, but the oil is clean, so looks like it just got changed.
And it was up to there when I towed it over here.
Okay, yeah, so he says it was all the way up to the full mark. He tried to turn it over back how long ago? A few months ago. He turned it over a few times and it actually used up that much oil, probably filling that high pressure oil pump. No idea if glow plugs work, no idea about the state of the injectors, no idea about any of it. Just a big old unknown. Okay, let's start up some trucks here, get some juice going to these batteries. You need mine, Greg, too? You want to put mine on this battery?
If you want to, you can.
We might as well. Couldn't hurt, right?
Yeah, because it's hard to get both them sets of jump boxes on there.
Okay, let me get in the rolling toolbox here, otherwise known as Freedom, and get some stuff out of it. If you haven't seen Freedom, I'll link that up there. Whole series on that truck. I bought it out of a field in Kentucky, and it was in about the same shape as the one we're working on today. Heck, it may have been rougher. It was, suffice to say, it was in pretty rough shape anyway. So yeah, let's get some jumper cables. Now, where are the jumper cables? There they are. good jumper cables too. Let's give it a try. Let's see what happens here. Will it just start right up and work first try, or will it make us work for it? Tell me when you get oil pressure. No oil pressure yet? Well, your low pressure pump may be the issue. Got oil pressure, okay, good. Let that starter rest a minute or two. We should be starting to get oil up at least to the high pressure pump. We just now got oil pressure on the gauge, which means we finally picked up oil out of the oil pan and started sending it up into the H-pot. Of course, it'll take forever to get those lines evacuated, all the air bled out of them. Rite of passage for a 7.3 cold start. Real old start, real cold start, ancient start. Oh, I'm hearing something start to pop. I hear a cylinder starting to contribute. You hearing it? I heard the definite change in cadence. At least it's hitting, all the cylinders have compression, it sounds like.
The mirror motor's working, but it's not
moving. Do we have any fuel in it? Good. Well, I'll fire up our trucks, let them run a little bit, and give that starter motor a little time to cool off, and we'll revisit again here in a minute. What does the oil look like? Let's go look at the oil. Oh, it sits down. We're gonna put some oil in this thing.
I gotta go.
I've got some in the back of the truck. Well, before we go any further, we've decided to employ a little bit of technology here. This application is called ForScan. It is a Ford-specific piece of software that will let you see a lot of stuff, but most importantly, do some bidirectional testing on these vehicles. So I guess I need to get a little closer. First thing I'm going to do is a injector buzz test on this, and basically all this is doing, I've covered this in other videos, but basically we're just making sure that we can hear the electrical solenoids on top of the injectors, making sure they're not stuck. By the way, this piece of software, ForScan, it's free. You can get it from the Google Play Store. I don't think it's available for Apple at this point, but it is for this. If you have an Apple phone, I would suggest just run to your local secondhand store and buy a dirt cheap Android tablet for like 30 bucks. You'll be set. Anyway, back to what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to run a key on, engine off injector self-test. And I had to switch devices because my phone decided it wanted to spaz out. So anyway, let's run this and see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that's not so great because we could we could have dealt with a little louder injectors than that. Tell you what we'll do, we'll go ahead and try to start this thing, and we will watch the injection control pressure and see when it starts to come up. Again, it's hard to see, but we're going to do our best here. Injection control pressure is the one in the pink there. Top right times 1,000 ICP. So this is our high pressure oil. Go ahead and start giving it a whirl, Greg. Oh, hang on a second. I may start the... Okay, we're started. Go ahead. Here it comes. All right, so we got 3,200 pounds out of the thing. And of course we disconnected again. I think our battery voltage dipped. No, it shouldn't have. So yeah, that was the deal there. We were getting injection control pressure. We were getting quite a bit of it. See if it'll run again, Greg, or if it'll die soon. All right, so we have no problem with high pressure oil. The IPR is running full duty cycle, but I don't see any fuel yet. So do we have a fueling problem? I wonder if it's a fuel problem. Don't know. Well, at this point, I'm not even sure what that was. So we've got the lid off the fuel bowl. We got plenty of fuel there. Good fuel pressure going on. And so I guess all we can do is saw on it. We got everything there to make the thing run. Compression, fuel, high pressure oil. Unless the injectors are just spanked to the point that stiction has got them, you know, completely and totally dead. I don't know. We'll crank on a while, see what we do. This is what I've always gone through with spank batteries on a diesel. There's just not enough there to just keep it going long enough to light it. Yep. This time when you start, hold your foot to the floor of it and see if we can open the racks on those injectors all the way.
I'd say it feels like it's hitting a little better.
It may be getting more compression in them cylinders. I don't know. At some point it ought to start smoking. If it's got anything in it at all, it ought to start smoking. I don't know if the glow plugs are working or not. Who knows? Hold her wide open. Imagine that. It actually started. So, why was it, just leave it running. Why was it at the shop? Anybody have any ideas? Because I sure don't. Doesn't smell like oil smoke. I bet it was there for the transmission. We're going to check that in a minute. Well, got plenty of oil pressure. That seems safe. I went to turn the air conditioner on. Looks like the compressor's locked up. It started smoking that belt right there. I also hear a massive air leak back there somewhere. I wonder if we've got a What if we got an exhaust leak at the downpipe? That's kind of where it sounds like it's coming from. I was hearing what sounded like an air leak out there under the hood. It sounded like it was leaking at the downpipe. We'll check this out. According to this, we have 18 psi of exhaust back pressure. That's a lot. And if I give her some fuel, coolant temp right there. I hope that's not right. It doesn't show bad on the gauge, but it does show that it's pretty warm. I don't know. Well, will it move? That's the next question. Parking brakes on. Oh, look at there. It's moving now.
Brakes ain't good.
Brakes look good to me. I'm not driving. They're perfect. You got reverse? This took it a minute. Probably need to go all the way down to low. Let's get fluid through every circuit. Hydro boost may not be working. I think we need add some fluid in the thing. Yeah. That may be. Thinking maybe we should do a little check on the transmission fluid in this. I don't know if it's good or not. Check it out. No blow by at all. This may be a good runner right here. 500 bucks. How could you possibly beat it? Put a little Ford Motorcraft transmission fluid in it. Here's the development. We think we know why it was in the shop. If you look on the other side of the dog, see that leak right there? That's after we poured some power steering fluid in it. Also, it doesn't have any hydro boost. So looks like a high pressure line to the power steering pump is ruptured. So he might be lucky enough just to put a high pressure hose on a power steering pump and fix the whole damn thing. I don't know. Also, these shirts, they're available on my Teespring store. There's a link down in the description. Make sure you go click on that. Everybody's wearing them. See? They're an instant classic. Make sure you go out there and and look for that if you're interested in these. Also have some that do the 6.9 IDIs as well. Actually, I think there may be a 6.0. Anyway, I digress. $500. Hasn't ran since 17. Yeah, it's got an oil leak and a high pressure hose on the power steering pump's leaking. Otherwise, thing's running great. Holding its temperature, it's got good oil pressure, no blow by. That's the definition of a home run. That truck's worth something now. I'm sure he'll go through and continue to clean it up and make it look a little bit better as time goes on. But for now, it's all good. I didn't plan on recording this video so much. It just kind of happened spur of the moment, I guess. So anyway, I thought I wanted to take you guys along on a little excursion like this because it's a lot of fun. Anyway, guys, appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Tell all your friends about us. I'll see you next time.